Kenya Herlequins with us in studio. They've come from far. Last time they participated in this last year, they finished in the 6th position, but they never, cried off. They quickly dusted themselves off and took their time and prepared well, and here they are. They are the champions. Nail-biting it was on the last day. I remember the last day, it was at the Prince Lou 7's in Nakuru. I repeat, the last day was at Prince Lou 7's in Nakuru. The gentleman and the lady in studio will get to know why I'm asking that, but that's for, for something to come later on. And as we look at this, just to say congratulations to this team. They've really worked, their socks out, and here they are, the national sport pacer and national 7 circuit champions, and it was nail-biting because Cabras gave them a scare, and KCB gave them a scare too. But by the end of the day, they decided that power in 7th was shifting to Ngong Road, and here they are. Let's take the opportunity to introduce the team with us in studio from Kenya Herlequins, who are the national 7 circuit champions with us. And I'll start with my immediate left. We are joined by Paul Mutsami, who is a forward for the 7s, but when it turns to 15s, he moves back into the center. Paul, karibu sana to the studio.
Asante sana.
And congratulations.
Thanks.
We move to the farthest left, Alvin Mwamburi, a winger with Queens, also here with us. And at some point he said it looked like inaenda lakini they decided here yendi. Here they are. Alvin, karibu sana to the studio.
Asante sana.
Let me move to my right and bring in a utility back. That's Nyang Leon with us in studio. Utility can play anywhere. He's still smiling, about this trophy. Very, very excited and always smiling up to this moment because it just doesn't come that easy. Alvin, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Karibu sana.
Asante.
Still smiling.
Very much.
I mean, it's worth it. I mean, it's all yours. True. Then last but not least, we finish off with the ladies from an introduction point, but from a talking point, it will be the lady, to start us off. And let's start off with Maggie Nyabila, the team manager of Kenya 7's, Queens team, here with us in studio. And also a lady I knew long ago. We've run through so many Safari 7's, and here we are. It doesn't look like it was just yesterday, but it is what it is. Maggie, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Nice to see you after a very long time.
Likewise. It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
Remember the good old days in Safari 7?
Remember the good old days when Safari 7's was Safari 7's.
Well, it's coming back, and from what we've seen, it's heading to Machakos. We'll wait and see.
We'll wait and see.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But karibu sana to the studio as well.
Thank you so much.
First and foremost, lady team manager. Not many expect that from a rugby point of view, but you are the one calling the shots. How was it?
It was fun. I can't say I did it alone. I also have another team manager. His name is Wayne. So we've run it together. So it's been joint efforts.
Joint effort it is. Let me cross over to Paul, on this other end. And Paul, let me start. When you started off the campaign, finished off 6th last season, starting off the campaign, was the belief there that this time round you'd go all the way to win, or the whole idea was, let's go baby steps from 6th, let's get to maybe 4th or get to the podium? Did you know you'd go all the way?
I think that idea will come up tukianza training, tukiprepare Christies. Venye tulitrain nini, tukaanza tu pole pole, one tournament, tukafika finali, the next one. Ilikuwa tu inajileta tu wenyewe. Uwezi pangia kitu wenye, ujui venye utaanza. So tulianza tu baby steps, paka ndo hii.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, Leon, a utility back, what does that mean?
It means I get to find myself in various positions in the field, often a playmaker and a finisher. So you'll find me at 10, you'll find me at the center of the field, you'll find me jumping in the line out, and you'll also find me finishing as the winger.
Is it advantageous to you that your opponents can never know, what you're doing? You can sprint into any position at any given time. Is it advantageous to the team?
Yeah, it is. It was an idea from the coach, and I really enjoyed it and I loved it. Guys, when you play with teams over different legs, they start to watch your system of play. So it is very unpredictable to know what Leon is going to do when you see him in the wing then all of a sudden you see him standing as a 10. So it was advantageous to me and also to the team, more so when I came in as a substitute to most of our games, like the final in Ingo and also the games in Dallas 7's. Yeah, it really proved very, very helpful.
Well, Alvin, first and foremost, 15th or 7th for you?
I prefer 7th.
Why?
It's kind of, it exposes you more. It sees you so that other people can see whatever you're doing over there. Also, you can do individual skill at your own pleasure. It's kind of a fun game to be and to express yourself.
Sorry to use this example. There are those who believe that 15th is 7th is a lot of pressure because you need to have a lot of speed, a lot of gas, and because you're running all over the field. But 15th, you can get 1 or 2 moments to get some gas. Is it true?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, 15th is kind of you can hide a bit. You can't see. So that's why you can't be caught over there. But for 7th, you must push yourself. You need to be fit. You need to be aggressive every time. It's all about hard work over there, 7th. Yeah.
Wow, hard work. Let's cross over to Maggie, TM. Yeah. Maggie, of course, when you're starting off a season, there's always a plan.
Yeah.
And there are those who believe that in 7th, when you're starting off, it kind of gives a picture of what the season looks like. Then you go to Fladis, it gives you a picture of how 15th would look like.
Yeah.
With 7th done, how do you see the season panning up for Queens?
I think the coming season is going to be good. It's going to be amazing. We expect to at least get to the Kenya Cup semi-finals. That's the goal. But we always start as a technical bench. We take it a game at a time. We don't look at, okay, we're going to reach the final, we're going to win it. No. If we're playing Cabras game 1, we'll focus on game 1, then focus on game 2, 3. So I think that has also helped us this season. It's quite weird. We're a group of people with one goal, to win Kenya Cup, to win 7th Circuit. So we plan to now take this Okombe to also Kenya Cup. Yeah.
Very good indeed in terms of setting up your goals and in terms of looking forward to the next. Paul, you played different legs in the 7th Circuit. Which was the most difficult leg for you as players, and why would you say that must have been the tough one? Because you won in Go when you started off, you set the pace. You won in Mombasa, driftwood against all the heat when nobody expected. Which was the most difficult leg for you guys, and why would you say it was difficult?
I think I'll say the last leg on Nakuru, because we planned to. Our target was semis, but it reached at quarters. Now things are different. Now the players, I think some of the management is trying to panic. We haven't planned for the quarters, or let me say like kama tulikuwa tuna plan tu tukishinda semis tumechukua kwanza ukombe. Hii ndio kwa tunataka kuchukua kile tuweke kando, alafu ndio focus the Nakuru trophy. So it can be different, but Mungu ni nani?
What's meant for you will be yours.
Will be yours.
Yes.
It can be delayed,
yes,
but by the end of the day,
it
will be.
This team worked hard. They deserved it.
They deserved it.
It's taken us 3 years. 3 years, I think the farthest we used to get was quarterfinals only. And that was that. But this year we came with a bang, and you've said believe. One of the slogans the boys had this season was believe. So everything was just #believe. #believe.
Wow.
Yeah. So that brotherhood that they've built has bonded them and gelled them so well. It's taken 3 years, so.
But it looks like it was a building moment, because many had written Queens off. in terms of how you're looking. But even if I look at the gentlemen here in studio, they're relatively young, which means you must have built a very strong foundation. But let me start off with you, Leon, and just ask, when you won Ingo 7's, which was the first leg, did you guys now say, okay, guys, this can work? We've gone through the quarters that predominantly is known to be a Queen's zone, and now you've gone into the semi, not just the semi, you've lifted, Ingo 7's. Did the belief now start coming in there that now, guys, inawezekana?
Actually, yes, but I'd take you back to Christie's. When we reached the final in Christie's, before we moved to Ingo and we lost to Cabras, I saw a lot of, including me, I saw a lot of guys shed tears. Because when Christie's was the first tournament, when we played game 1, game 2, game 3, and we won the quarters and we won the semis, you could see guys settling in on the fact that whatever they were believing in was working. So that was it for us. That was the game changer. But when we won Ingo, it was just a statement of heart of what happened back in Christie's, because we had it. In Christie's, we had it to the 14th minute. We were coming back to that game and taking it. Then we lost it. We ourselves just gave it away. So I think from that heart, the boys knew it was for us and about us. And that's where one of us kept telling us, Weissman Aganya, he kept telling us that success is where opportunity and preparation meet. So we'd done the work, like Magia said. The opportunity was there. The opportunity was there, and now it was us to deliver. So that moment when we won the Ingo, we were actually, it was the same scenario as Christie's. We were in the final and we were trailing. So it was it for me. I came in, I think, the 10th or 8th minute, and we were behind. And I just told myself, you know what, we're going to have fun, and it's now or never. So, yeah, Ingo was a big step for us. And we're thankful to the technical. They've done something that not so many guys do, and that's bringing in the mental aspect of players in our preparation. Yeah. So it was always a top tier for us and a game changer.
I mean, you started off at home. Waswahili wanasema mcheza kwao hutunzwa na hutuzwa. There are those who maybe said Christie's ni kwenyu. So you've pushed, so you have no chance going to Ingo. You proved everybody wrong. You went all the way. Lifted Ingo. Then Mombasa again drifted. How was it like in Mombasa? Because Mombasa, kuingia, rahisi kutoka with the trophy is never an easy thing with that joto ya Mombasa. Alvin.
Yeah, sure, it is not that easy. But the boys were determined. The weather over there was so hot. We couldn't manage. But we just believe it was our slogan. So we believe on ourselves, and we had to push because it was the target. We always target for the podium finish every circuit. Yeah, so that's why the boys were determined, although the weather was not favoring us, but we are well with it.
Because you just come from Nairobi, very cold. I mean, very unpredictable weather, then you're thrown.
It was
you know
hot.
Also, Apidi,
yes.
Driftwood is like Christie's for us. Queens is the most successful team to have lifted Driftwood 7's, if you check stats.
So historically.
Before we left on Thursday, that was the story we were being told. And nobody in this team, I think, was there when Queens last won Driftwood. Most of us were not even born.
But was that pressure on you guys?
No, actually that was motivation, yeah. Because that's what guys kept saying, we are going for another home tournament. So when you look at our poolings, our toughest game, if you guess these guys, was Cabras. We were tired of Cabras whooping our ass for no
all
reason.
The time, yes.
Yeah. So guys just made a pact that game 3 and said, you know what, boys? We'd rather play this as a final and not play tomorrow. Let everybody get hurt, let everybody die. And that's what we saw. We fought to tooth and nail, we won that game. And from there, it was a simpler route for us to the final, which again, we were trailing against KCB. And one-man situation manager, Attila, pulled off something we did not expect. And it was a win at the last minute again. So kings of comeback, yeah.
Well, many say, kings of comeback, and for sure, looking at some of the moments that you guys have come back, you can clearly tell that it's never over until it's over for you guys. The fighting spirit is always there. Maggie,
Yes.
how is it like for you to manage these men as, from the opposite gender?
It's fun. It's fun, let me tell you.
And they're laughing.
I'll start with the good parts,
Please.
okay? So there's always laughter, you know? 7's is shorter, we're smaller, unlike the 15's, because 15's were what? About 46, 56, okay? So managing the 7's team is funner, better, easier, and I feel it's less challenging than the 15's, you know? For 15's, logistics for so many people is not easy. It's not easy. But other than that, the boys are well behaved. They're good. They don't give me a hard time. And when I'm them, baby girl treatment, you know. I don't lift heavy things.
They go soft. They're like,
go,
wait,
yeah.
TM ameongea.
Yeah, I don't lift heavy things. Yeah, so they also make my life easy and make me enjoy being their manager.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, you started off with rugby many years back, so the passion has always been there. Remember, at some point, we will be throwing them in the deep end in the quick fire segment where we have 10 questions for them just to test their general knowledge of sports in the country to see how they would fare on the same. That's coming up when my director gives me the nod for quick fire. I'll definitely throw it in. 10 questions for them. They've not seen the questions. They don't know, what it's all about. But we will test their knowledge, from Kenyan sports, field in general. Let's cross over to Paul. Paul, one main problem that has always followed Kenya everywhere Kenya 7's goes, even in 15's, but more so in 7's, has been conversions. Conversions. How is it like for you guys getting that second, extra 2 points after, try?
I think our conversion guy was Amon. Alikuwa ana train 2 day out, jioni, asubuhi, ana train conversion. So I think even him was trying to chase the top points. So ilikuwa kazi kwake. Juu mtu wote akitinga, ndo anakimbia hapo take points.
And conversion rate on a scale of 1 to 10?
For him, I'll give him an 8.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
Because even hata akiwa tired aje, anaingisha.
Always.
Yeah.
I mean, interesting indeed, because I remember the last time Kenya won the Singapore 7's.
Yeah.
We got all the tries. That was in 2016. Got all the tries, but we didn't convert even a single. So getting that extra 2 points has always been a big headache for Kenya. It's good to see that the likes of Amon can get 8 out of 10 in terms of conversion. Very good point. But now let's look at the team spirit, Leon. At what point? Because it looks like favor was given back. One can argue. Because at some point, you guys were knocked out of the quarters. You were knocked out by your brothers, Nondis. Then Nondis again caused the damage again ahead that brought it back home for you. Did you guys know that Nondis would return the favor? Not that they did it, that you say there was match fixing, but I mean by their performance. Even when they eliminated you guys, did you believe that if they continue with this, they can do the favor up there?
Okay, I'll give you this from my own point of view.
Please.
Personally, I did know, because I was reflecting back at TSAP last season. They were the upset in that tournament.
TSAP in Eldoret.
Yeah.
Yes.
They came and they did everyone bad. So when they beat KCB on Saturday, to me it was a deja vu. But I wasn't really sure they'd beat us. So when it was the last minute, we had the ball, then we lost it. We were at the 5, there is a penalty, but the ball is not ours. And it's the last play. So when they were going in for the game, we actually told them, you guys keep doing what you're doing. We are rooting for you guys. And we told the Cabras, if we let these guys score, they're going to manage the game and you guys will lose. But they took it for granted. So today I still tell my friend Eric Cantona, I told you, you guys were going to lose. But you didn't want to believe what I was saying, because Nondis have this technique of managing the game once they are ahead, and they do it so well.
Game management.
Yeah.
A1.
So for us, it was a big blow. Boys were down. If you look at those pictures, I kept showing people the before and after. Guys didn't even want to talk.
Apidi bringing them back up was
Was a tall order.
it was something else. The only thing that brought them back up was Nondi's beating Cabras.
They'd known that they'd come too close, but it looked like
It
yet
had gone.
too far. It had gone.
It had gone.
slipped off.
Yes.
Alvin, it looked like it had slipped off. But the moment Nondis looked like they're returning the favor, the smile started coming back.
Yeah, sure. We also went and sing our songs behind the tent. So it was so joyful. We were so happy at that point. We also went inside the pitch, like our friend Remke. He entered the pitch, started pouring way some water, you know. It was so joyful. We were so thankful for the Nondis club doing
The Lord's work.
the Lord's work. Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was
Let's
so
talk about the moment that now you lifted this, and let me find out, Paul, where did this name Okombe come from? Because in
Okombe.
rugby, it is always O.
Okombe
It's
te.
like it's Ngelia ki O, Kikombe, Okombe.
I don't know. I
I
found it.
think maybe a PD.
Yes.
You see, it's a
Okom.
cup.
It's a count.
Okay,
But a
and
big
it's
one.
hollow, so you can pour your drink in there, you know. Yeah, so we've already blessed it. We drank from it. We've enjoyed. We've enjoyed with this cup, yeah.
How many, I mean, guys, look at this. This thing is heavy. How many kgs? Wow. This is heavy.
I think about 8.
Wow.
5
It
to
is
8.
beautiful. Congratulations. And now, what next, TM? Maggie, what next for Queens? You've now lifted this. It's behind. Now, you remember you're as good as your last event.
Yeah.
So everybody's expecting Queens. I had, the pleasure of hosting KCB team here a week or two ago, and asked them, is power shifting from Western back to Nairobi along Thika Road? They said, let's not just focus on Cabras, that is Western, but there is another power coming up along Gong Road.
Yeah.
And they mentioned Queens.
Yes.
How is it like? Are you
It's-
seeing a good season from a 15th point?
Oh, yes. I'm seeing a good season from a 15th point. We are well prepared. We are preparing. We are planning to go for camp away. Still not confirmed, for about 2 weeks, then come back and we see how the Kenya Cup season will start. Though our boys have still been working out. You know, there's still pre-season. You have to do pre-season, then you do the season, then you... It helps us avoid injuries when we strengthen them. Strength and conditioning actually helps a lot, because this season we barely had any injuries. So yeah, our prep work usually starts very early, and so it also started early with the 7's squad as well. Yeah.
As we look at that, Alvin, what would you attribute, your strength from a 7's point that enabled you guys to be crowned champions by the end of the day? Was it the teamwork? Was it maybe some individual brilliance? You had, or yourself, Paul, Leon, you have Amon, Wiseman, would you say you had individuals who would turn around everything? What would you attribute the success to?
The success is all about teamwork. We bonded so much. Also, there were some 1-2 players with some individual skills who they can push through, like Amon Wamalwa, Brian Ratil. They know how to finish. They manage themselves so that the other players can also see them and attribute to it. So, for us, it was all about teamwork and some brilliance. Each player has his own brilliance in his own way. So that's why we managed victorious.
Leon, that one player in the dressing room that will always bring those light moments.
All of them.
Okay, the team, we have a very funny team, but one man, Jan Remke, is the cartoon of the moment.
He is.
Yeah, him and Ratila will always light us up. You'd think Ratila is very dumb, but he's a very smart kid from how he talks. But on what Alvin has said, Amon and Lucky have been the it for us. We're so lucky. That kid, he's very small, but with a very big. Tunamwambianga akona baby steps. Akona baby steps, but footprints zake ni za ndovu. Yeah.
I like
So
that.
he stood out, and 15s.
15th.
Yeah.
Paul, what can you promise Queen's fans as they do their anthem? What can you promise them?
I think one game at a time. So, and watakuwa happy. At the end, watakuwa happy.
You'll make them proud.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's that point we go into the quick fire segment to just test our knowledge in Kenyan sports. Wow. And I don't know whether my director will give me the cue or we take it away. You know, yes, I don't want to use the word my director has used, but he says Anguka na. So let's go, lady and gentlemen. Let's start off, you know, our quick fire segment, and anyone can answer, you know, if you know the answer. Please tell us the year that Kenya 7's won, you know, one leg in HSBC, which was Singapore. Which year?
2016.
2016, correct. Who is the current world record holder in women's 1500 meters?
Faith Kipyegon.
Faith Kipyegon, correct. The Legends Cup being played today at Kenya Herlequins, that's RFUA, is between which two countries?
Kenya and Uganda.
Kenya and Uganda, correct. Maurice Odumbe is famous for which sport in Kenya?
Football.
Maurice Odumbe, not football.
Cricket?
Cricket, correct. Thank you. The current world champions in men's rugby?
South Africa.
Current.
South Africa,
Yeah.
correct. This year's Olympic Games was held in which country?
France.
France, correct. Nickname for the Kenya 7's rugby team?
Shujaa.
Wow. The current Kenya Cup champions?
Cabras.
Not
Cabras.
for long.
Question number, no, not for long. That's a good one. Question number 9. The last leg in the 7's series, 7 circuit series in Kenya was played in?
Nakuru.
Prince Lu, correct. What is the name of this athlete, popularly called Babayao, dubbed one of the greatest men to run the 3,000 meter steeplechase?
Yeah.
3,000 meter steeplechase. My cameraman can answer. 3,000 meter steeplechase.
Not Kemboi.
Ezekiel Kemboi, you're right.
Guys. Guys.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Well done, guys. Well done. Well done, guys. It's just a test of, you know, of knowledge of sport in general.
Sure. Sport Pesa. 7's champion.
Okay. So the last question, number 11. Who are the current Sport Pesa National 7 circuit champions?
Herlequins.
I was waiting for that. Herlequins. Thank you very much. Wishing you all the best. We'll keep Kenyans appraised on how you are moving on. Remember, many teams are now fighting to get this back. Will you let it go? Not in the near future.
It's our time.
Itasumbua. Well done, guys, and thank you very much, TM. We appreciate you making time, you know, to be with us this afternoon. We've been having a discussion around, you know, the National 7's circuit, where we had with us in studio the Sport Pesa National 7 circuit champions. That's Kenya Herlequins, Paul Mutsami forward with the team. We had Alvin Mwamburi, winger with the team, not forgetting Nyang Leon, utility back, then Maggie Nyabila as the team manager. Congratulations. Remember, the top was Kenya Herlequins, then number 2 was Cabras. KCB was third, you know, finishing the podium. Then others came in, you know, in that order, with the Oilers and the rest coming through. But remember, everyone is gunning for this. We'll keep an eye and we'll let Kenyans know. Thank you very much. I know you have to rush to watch the Legends, you know, trophy, and wishing you all the best as you cheer Team Kenya all the way.
Thank
you
so
very much. Up next, we go into the score to just wrap it up, because we needed to interrupt it to allow them let us know how this happened, so that we may get time to let them go and be part of the celebrations at Kenya Herlequins. Not Kenya Herlequins, Rugby Football Union East Africa grounds, which is also their home ground. Enjoy the balance of the score.